Time now for the Environmental Watch. Here's your presenter, Dennis Springer.
It is certain that tropical forests, both wet and dry, are fast disappearing at an alarming rate due to human activities. Therefore, managing climate change is one of the greatest challenges posed by the widespread use of fossil fuels. An increase in atmospheric CO2, along with increases in other gases, could cause average global temperatures to rise to 1.5 and 4.5 degrees centigrade, that is. This increase could disrupt agriculture and forestry ecosystems, cause flooding of the land and coastal areas, and possibly disturb marine fisheries and thereby the food chains. Environmental concern centers on the potential for greenhouse gas emissions, which causes global warming and climate change, and therefore we must look at ways of mitigating the use of fossil fuels. There must be alternatives, and they have to be found sooner than later. The ministry responsible for the environment in St. Lucia is doing as much as it can do to mitigate the impacts of global warming and climate change, but they can only do so much. The public must be educated to do their part. For example, there are many repercussions of a severe drought apart from the damage to the soil. Farmers' incomes are affected because, having spent much of their money to produce, find themselves in serious problems because the crops they expect to sell are damaged or is not worth selling. Therefore, their income is drastically cut and they may end in debt. The health of the nation also suffers because in times of drought, many are searching for water and in some cases take polluted and untreated water to satisfy their thirst. There are also other dangers brought about by severe drought, such as forest fires that can devastate an area of forest and homes, leaving many families homeless. It can also put a damper on the simple pleasures of the countryside. Not only that, for a country like St. Lucia that depends so much on two important money earners and it needs both to survive, tourism and agriculture, it can be devastating. It could certainly be hitting two birds with one stone. No one wants to go to a country where there are water shortages or water problems due to drought. The cruise ships that come into port needs to get water to replenish its drinking water and toilet facilities, etc. In the case of agriculture, our import bill that is already high would escalate and therefore affect our balance of payment further. To that, the imported goods are very expensive to buy, which can affect what people eat, which further exacerbates health problems to the nation, especially the little ones in our midst. Therefore, how can one go about spelling the importance of water in our lives to the general public that takes it for granted? Many are quick to say, water is life, but it is just talk. They simply waste water, especially in St. Lucia, not thinking of the value because they are of the view that it will always be there. Therefore, our education system and our media must go on a sensitizing process or sensitizing binge to bring the populace to its senses.